Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie, the Introverted Reader, and today's video is, as promised, my wrap up for the month of June. I read 6 books in the month of June. A lot of them were great. We got 2 5-star reads, which I'm very happy about. Although one of them was a reread, which I already knew I was gonna rate higher, but anyway. The other 2 were a good solid 4, borderlining on the 4.5 star, and there was also one that I wish that I could burn from my memory. But yes, before we get into it, let's just hydrate. This is Pepsi, maybe not all that hydrating, but take a drink of something anyway. And let's talk about some books. I do have my water here as well, but whatever. So the book that let's just start off with the bad news, shall we? So the book in question that, well, it's on my Kindle, so it's not going to spoil anything, but the book that I was reading on my Kindle was for another video, you know, where I did that thing where I was reading the author's backlist. I put quotes around backlist because what I mean by it is just reading books by authors that I love that I've never read before. So the term backlist was just, umbrella term, really. But yeah, I read it on my Kindle, and I wish I could get the hours back from reading it because, oh my god. I think I gave it 3 stars, but in my heart, it's probably, I don't think I want to give it any stars whatsoever. I think maybe in my heart, it's more like 1. So yeah, I do have 2 other books from this author that I do really want to read. They're over there. You can't see them. But because this is like the first in a series that this author has written, and I'm not gonna go back to it ever. But I will talk about it more in that video once I get around to doing it, which I am going to do. It's not gonna be like in a week. I'm giving myself a little bit more longer than a week because I've got a lot of books to read for July, but wait for that video, and when I tell you what author it was and what book that was, you're gonna be like, Anyway, so the another book that I read that I actually really enjoyed was In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens. This is an LGBTQ story about a prince who is on his coming of age tour, and you know, he's really not having a very good time. He doesn't like being on the boat. He's just like, I'd really rather be doing anything else. And then they rescue this mysterious young man right here from a boat that was like destroyed. It was set on fire, and they find him chained up inside. And they rescue him, and he's very mysterious, and they don't know like who he is, where he's been, and all this. And they start to bond a little bit, but then the boy kind of jumps off the ship and is never seen again. And our prince, who's called Tal, believes that he's dead, and he's really upset about it. And then he sees him again 2 days later, absolutely fine. And I was like, what? And it kind of like starts from there, really. I did enjoy this book. To be honest, I wasn't expecting much from it. I was just expecting a fun, adventure-filled, gay old time. And that is what I got, and I'm really happy. Although I will say, I mean, the romance was nice, it was cute, it was sweet, it was very young adult. There wasn't anything like really untoward happening between the 2 of them. It was very cute, and I had a fun time. And I really do want to read the other book that this author has come out with. I think it's called After Happy Ever After? It's something along those lines, but I will read that because I had a lot of fun reading this. Didn't expect much, didn't really get much, but it's totally fine because after the disaster that was the book on my Kindle that we're not going to talk about, I needed this. Okay, this was joy, and I needed joy. So all in all, I gave this good solid 4 stars. So, this next one, one of my most anticipated releases of this year, and as soon as I had this book in my hand, I knew I had to read it right away. The Blood Trader by Lynette Noni. Like, as soon as I got this, I remember I came home from work I had not had the best day at work. I was really stressed out, was really wound up, and I come in, I lock the door, and there's a package waiting for me, and this was inside, and I was like, wow, like the weird high-pitched noise that I made when I got this, I was like, oh my gosh. So, I love this. Amazing, wonderful, just 5 stars, all the 5 stars, and I will definitely 100% be reading anything Lynn Noni comes out with. Like, you're probably so sick and tired of me talking about this series, but this is definitely one of my favorite trilogies now, like hands down, and I'm going to be displaying this proudly on the favorite shelf behind me, and I love it. I love it so much. And if you haven't read the Prison Healer trilogy yet, what are you doing? Get up and read it. Anyway, I loved it. 5 stars. It was so good. Okay, the next book that is another glowing 5 stars is 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This was a reread for me, and when I read it the first time, I remember I gave it 5 stars, and I knew that I was going to give it 5 stars again, and I'm so, I love this duology so much. Like, obviously, I'm sure if you're older, like me, you know what this is about. I know that it's been getting a lot more popular due to like TikTok and stuff. I'm not on TikTok, but I see reels on Instagram, but I'm not on TikTok, but I see all the reels and stuff on Instagram of people, you know, reading this for the first time and hyping it up, and it deserves more hype. It really, really does. Like, it came out a good while. When did this even come out? I can't remember. I remember Leigh Bardugo announcing this. When did it come out? Like, 2015. That's a while ago now, fam. But like, I love this. I love this so much. And if you don't read any other Grisha book apart from this and Crooked Kingdom, that's totally fine, because these are the best ones, honestly. And I'm so excited to get to Crooked Kingdom and then read King of Scars. I'm so excited. So if you like heist stories, if you like found family, if you like you know, like high stakes and prison breaks and all that, read this book. Read this book. Anyway, the next book that I read that I gave this 4 stars is Gender Euphoria. So this is a non-fiction sort of anthology book written by a whole bunch of people, stories of joy from trans, non-binary, intersex writers. It is basically just all different types of people from all different types of walks of life writing stories about moments when they experienced gender euphoria, because there are so many stories out there about gender dysphoria, and whilst they're so important, and I know a lot of trans people can relate to all of that, books like this are even more so, in my opinion, because like, we need more trans joy in the world, we really do. And, you know, like I said, as a newly hatched non-binary person, it was really fun for me to, you know, read this and to, you know, get a little bit more information, you know, so that I can better myself and how I interact with people and stuff. So I highly recommend that you get this book. I probably should have listened to the audiobook, because it did feel like a bit of a struggle bus while I was reading it, but either way, get yourself a copy of this, support a trans author, and yeah, read this book. And the very last book that I'll talk about was our Introverted Reader Book Club Pick of the Month for the month of June, and that was Iron Widow by Shiran J. Zhao. I have a full review of this on my channel if you want to know my more in-depth thoughts about it. I will leave it linked in the description, but overall, I really, really loved it. I love Shiran's writing. I love the world that they have created. And obviously, yeah, they are a non-binary author, so we love supporting non-binary authors in this household. So yeah, I highly recommend this. Go watch my review to get more in-depth thoughts. But yeah, I gave this in the end 4.5 stars. Yes, I believe that, because the ending. Wow, the ending. So yes, these are all the books. And the Kindle slapped on top there. These are all the books that we read in the month of June. Obviously, that one of them, we're not, I'm really not looking forward to making that video, because, it's not really off to a good start, that, but doesn't matter, it's fine, I'm optimistic, it's fine, I'm optimistic. So, title of my life. Anyway, so, let me know what books you read in the month of June. Did you discover any new favorites? Did you do any rereads? how many queer books did you read in June? Because obviously it was Pride Month, but it doesn't have to be Pride Month to read a queer book. It really doesn't. But anyway, let me know how you did in the month of June. I'd love to know. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. They are down below as always. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell. I love the fact that I love everyone that's subscribed so far. I would love to get to 300 subscribers, but you know, it's a pipe dream really. Although I didn't think that I would get to 200, but I would love to get to 300 if I can. But anyway, I wish you all a good day. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video on Tuesday, which, yes, look forward to that. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye!